Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. It's been a while since I did a video, and this one's just not going to be really about anything except showing you me grinding my deer. So I always get questions from people, how much does a deer weigh, how much meat do you get from it, etc. So I shot a Alberta doe this year, and I wanted to use it straight for grind meat. And so I did something a little different this year. I took out the back straps for steaks, of course. I took out the two tenderloins for steaks, and then I cubed up the rest of the deer with the sole purpose that I'm going to use it for grind. So as you can see here, here's the bucket of grind meat, and there's 37 pounds of grind here. Figure another 4 pounds of back strap and tenderloins. So that gives me about 41 pounds plus the ribs. So you get about 41 pounds off a good sized doe deer in Alberta, which I think is quite significant. And so we're gonna go through here, and this is my Cabelas grinder. I picked this up on Boxing Day last year, and I was able to use it on my elk and Christmas time, after Christmas. And so now I'm gonna use it on the deer and show you how well this thing works. It's really simple to use. It doesn't get any easier than this. You just turn it on forward and away we go. Okay, so just to mention, I'm going to be using the coarse grind first. I always use the coarse grind. If you go straight to the fine grind, you're going to burn out your motor and stuff. So I've got a plunger in here and stuff, but last year I found I didn't really need the plunger. Okay, so there we have it. That's 37 pounds of deer meat. It was all previously sliced up, etc., and chopped and cleaned, and it took a total of 7.5 minutes to do it all. So I'm going to change my blades here, and first thing I'm going to do is, of course, unplug my grinder. So the grinder is now fully unplugged, and it's a very easy process here. And I'm just going to unscrew this here, and it's a little easier if you have a knife or something to shove in here, but I didn't bring one today, so I'll just pop this out like this. So here's the coarse grind that I was using here. You can see it quite well there. So I'm using the coarse grind. So I'm now going to switch over to the fine grind. So this is the difference here. So here's the fine grind. And like I said, you always do this in two parts. If you start with that fine grind, there's a real good chance that you're going to burn out your motor. It doesn't save you any time, and this just does a way better job. And away we go. We're going to get this started with this. Okay, and what I also did now is I've had a couple of my Yeti bowls out on my balcony getting cold for about the last 20 minutes, so I'm going to grind right into them, and that way it's going to guarantee that I keep my meat nice and cold. So I'll be back in a second with my Yeti bowls. Okay, back again. Like I said, I brought out the Yeti bowls. They're nice and cool. So all I'm going to do is I have them in the balcony. They're getting nice and cold for about the last half hour. And now I'm going to just put the grind right into these. Probably won't fit them all, and then I'll just put the rest into the container and I'll bag those and freeze it right away. So stay tuned and I'll show you how quickly we get through the fine grind now. Okay, there we go, and as you can see, we're done. The machine's still super nice and cool. My meat is crazy cold still. Here's the fine grind. And so what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to take this and bag it right away. And this is all going to go into my freezer. And then what I'm going to do is I have these 2 Yeti buckets full of meat. And I'm going to take that and put that in the fridge. The buckets are already been nice and cooled, so the meat's actually really nice and cold inside. I'm going to put my lids on these, and then I'm going to throw them in the fridge. And tomorrow I'm going to make meatloaf and I'm going to make chili. So that'll be about 30 meals for me. So some really good meal prep coming up. So thank you for watching my videos.